Computer Based Accounting. This time we are going to learn Sage 50. In this series of videos, we are going to cover the introduction of Sage 50 accounting, how to create a company, how to set up ledger accounts, how to enter budgets, beginning balances and prior period adjustments, how to set up accounting payables, inventories, customers. Then we are going to learn how to use account payables, inventories, account receivables, as well as how to enter customer receipts and other income receipts, vendor payments and other payments, using general journal and banking tasks, and how we are going to assess reports, forms, and how we are going to running the year end. Sage is one of the accounting program and it is a ERP software. It provides advanced analysis tool and 140 customizable reports and financial statements. It is deal for people who want accuracy and control, so they can show better business results. The main software solution of Sage offer accounting, human resource management, payment and payroll. This software can be installed by a standalone computer or to a network as well. There are several ways to open Sage 50. One is using the taskbar, the other one using the desktop. If you are going for the taskbar option, we have to go for the start, then we have to select the program, then we have to select Sage 50 accounting. Then we have to click Sage 50 accounting icon. If you are going for desktop, we have to double click the Sage 50 accounting icon. When you click on the Sage 50 icon, you can see a window pop up. That's for company admission. In the company admission, there are 5 options available in Sage 50 Premium Accounting. First one, you can open a sample company, then you can create a new company, then you can restore from a backup, and you can select the existing company. If you have companies already, you can open the last company you worked on. The sample company data allow you to examine company setup options and to practice entering records and transactions. This is a great way to introduce yourself to features of Sage 50 without using your own company data. But you have to remember the sample should be tallied to your business nature as well as your operations. So these are the steps you can do. First, you have to start Sage 50, then you have to select the Explore a Sample Company option, then you have to choose a sample company. Then you have to click OK. You can open a company by either 3 of this method. First one, open a company from start screen. So first you have to start the Sage 50 program, then you can see the start screen. From the start screen, you can select an existing company. Then you can choose the company you want to open and then you can click OK. When you open a company within Sage 50, you can go to the file menu. Then you can select the select option for open company. Then you have to choose the name again and then you have to click OK. If you have a company already opened, then from the file menu, you can select the previous company. Then you can choose the company name and from the submenu it will appear, then you can select it and you can click OK. Choosing the company admission, the next step is to create a new company. To create a new company, it will automatically go to the company setup wizard. In this setup wizard, you can see there are 6 steps: introduction, name and address, date, list of accounts, file name, and finally the finish step. When you click on next, the company wizard will automatically drive into the name and address. In the name and address section, you can see there are several details are required. First one, name, then street, which means your address, then city, province. You have to select the province here. Because you are in Sri Lanka, it doesn't matter whatever the province you are selecting. Then postal, country, phone numbers. If you have one or more, then you can select first one and second one as well. Fax number, email, as well as the website details. Now let's move on to the next step. The company setup wizard will drive you into the dates. In the date section, you can see there are 3 dates involving fiscal year start date, earliest transaction date as fiscal year end date. Fiscal year start date is the beginning of the calendar year. This will enable you to have all the current financial year's information to the system. Then earliest transaction date is the date that you convert from your old accounting system to Sage 50. This date must be within your company's current financial year. From this date forward, you have to add new transaction to Sage 50. Transactions prior to this will be a historical transaction. Then the final date is the fiscal year end date. That is the last date of your company's financial year. If you are in a calendar period of 1st of January to 31st of December, then the first date should be 1st of January of the particular year and the end date should be 31st of December of the particular year. In between these years, you can enter the earliest transaction date. You cannot go for the previous year as well as go for a future year if you want to enter the earliest transaction date. You have to remember the earliest transaction date should be in between this financial year. Now our next option is to select the list of accounts. In the list of accounts, we know that accounts are used to organize and report accounting information. So here we can choose our list of account and we can modify and we can add some more accounts, we can remove accounts, depend on our discretion. Here we have 3 options to create our list of accounts. First one, we have Sage 50 and we can create a list of accounts based on our business type. Here we have some sample business types that closely match with our company needs. We have to select this option to copy basic setup information, particularly chart of accounts from a sample company, and we can select either simplified chart of accounts that contain only the basic account which match our needs, or we can choose a detailed chart of account. So the next option is we can convert the company from another accounting program. We can use to shift from QuickBook, then MyOB to Sage 50. The final one is to build our own company. We have to select this option if we want to create a company from scratch. Here we have to select the business type that closely matches with our existing chart of accounts and then we have to modify it as according to our discretion. When we are creating our own chart of accounts, we have the option to select the sample industry type. We have selected the industry that closely matches with our business type. But this can be changed after we have created our own company. You are almost there of creating your company. The next step is you have to choose the file name. The file name is used to identify your data files. Normally, you can choose your company name as the file name. Then you have to enter your name of the company file and you have to browse the location to locate your file. You can accept the suggested location or you can browse to navigate to a different folder. Then the final step is you have to select the next. After you choose the finish button, you can see a window again. That is the end of your company setup wizard. You can see, congratulations, you have successfully created your company. So after that, now what you have to do, you have to set up your customers, vendors, employees as well as chart of accounts. Here you have to select your currency settings, sales tax rate, credit cards details and other company preferences. So in my next video, we are going to talk about how to create a chart of accounts. Through this video, we have a brief understanding about Sage 50 and how we are going to create a company. In company creation, we have 5 options. So from these 5 options, we have entered to the company wizard. It's an easy way of creating your own company. Then in this wizard, you can see what are the steps we have to follow. First, we have to enter the company information. Then in the next one, you have to select the financial period. In the third one, you have to select how we are going to create your chart of accounts by a sample company or by your own company. Likewise, you have several options there. Then you are going to select your file name, the location to locate your file, and finally, you are arrived at creating your own company. Now in the next video, we are going to learn what are the accounts type, how to create your chart accounts, then how we are going to add your beginning details of the chart of accounts.